There really is something powerful about a life that's available and open to God and others. We see in scripture that God emphasizes this kind of life through the story of the Good Samaritan found in Luke. It's more than really just a parable or a story about kindness, it's a challenge to us to live differently. You see, Jesus tells a story about a person beaten and left for dead on the side of the road. And people pass by him except for a Samaritan who picked this person up, brought him to a place to heal, and paid for his care. So Jesus tells this story, and then he says this after in Luke 10, verse 36 to 37. So which of these three do you think was a neighbor to the man who fell into the hands of robbers? The expert of the law replied, the one who had mercy on him. Jesus told him, go and do likewise. See, Jesus didn't just applaud compassion, he actually commands it. So how do we live like the one who had mercy on this individual? Well, first, we see the importance of a life that is interruptible. So the Samaritan was on a journey. He had plans, a destination, likely commitments waiting for him. But he saw someone in need and he chose to stop. He allowed his day, his comfort, and his plans to be interrupted. The other two, the priest and temple assistant, they saw the same person, but they lacked availability. Serving others often doesn't come at a convenient time, but love, when it's real, will always make room for others. It might mean answering a late night call. It might look like pausing your routine to check in on a hurting friend. It's a daily willingness to say, God, use me in whatever way you can today. We also see that it's about compassion that moves. Luke 10, verse 33 says, then a despised Samaritan came along, and when he saw the man, he felt compassion for him. You know, the Good Samaritan didn't just feel sorry for him, he acted on that compassion. That's what real compassion does. It crosses the road. It steps into pain. It says, you're not alone. Jesus modeled this again and again in his ministry. He saw, he felt, and then he acted. He fed the hungry. He healed the sick. His compassion was never still. It moved. You know, we can be surrounded by needs, and the temptation is to become numb or even overwhelmed. But you don't have to fix everything. Start small. Write a note. Offer a ride. Pray. Maybe bring a meal. Ask someone how they're doing and stay to hear the answer. When we respond to a hurting world with compassion in action, we say with our lives what Jesus often said with his. You are seen, you are heard, and you are loved. And that builds bold faith.